An important story that I want you to pay attention to, okay? So the three officers on administrative leave in Alameda, California after 26-year-old Mario Gonzalez died April 19 after a struggle where he spent about 5 minutes restrained on his stomach. Officers were responding to reports about a man who appeared to be under the influence in a residential area and another about a suspect and possible theft. They asked Arnellis for his ID when they arrived, and we have parts of the police body cam footage, and I warn you, it is disturbing.
I gotta identify you, so I know who I'm talking to. Make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that, okay? You come up with a plan, let me know that you're not gonna be drinking in our parks over here. Hey, listen.
Stuff like that.
And then we can be on our merry way, okay? Do you have an ID on you?
Merry-go-round?
Yeah, like that. Do you have an ID on you? If you can't do that, then I'm gonna have to take you, okay?
What?
The officer spoke to Arnellis for about 10 minutes before moving to restrain him, and that's when footage shows a struggle began.
Please put your hand behind your back. Okay, please stop resisting us, okay? Don't fight us. Stop. No, wait. Mario. Put your hand behind your back.
So Arnellis was pinned for about 5 minutes, It's unclear from video footage how much pressure officers applied.
We have no weight on his chest.
You go around there?
No weight.
Moments later, one of the officers says Arnellis is unresponsive, and they begin giving him CPR. He was brought to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The cause of his death has not yet been determined. So joining me now, the attorney representing the family, Julia Sherwin. Thank you, Attorney Sherwin. I appreciate you joining us. So let's get into this. And listen, I'm sorry for the family. Can you please convey that to me? My condolences. So this family has been through so much. This happened just before his mother's birthday. How are they doing?
Not well. Mario's brother Jerry was hoping to be with us tonight, and he just can't handle it right now. I mean, this was extremely close-knit family, and Jerry, Mario's younger brother, flew in from college in North Carolina so that Edith, their mother, got all of her sons together for her birthday on the 20th. So, in addition to being killed the day before the Derek Chauvin verdict, Mario was killed the day before his mother's birthday, and also a couple of days before his severely disabled younger brother Ephraim's birthday, which was on the 23rd.
It's interesting because as I was reading this story and I read the initial police report, it made me think of the police report in the George Floyd. And you are the first police report for Mario's death. It reads this way. It says, officers attempted to detain the man and a physical altercation ensued. At that time, the man had a medical emergency. Officers immediately began life-saving measures and requested the Alameda Fire Department to the scene. The Alameda Fire Department transported the male to a local hospital where he later died. Now, I want you to compare that to the first release from the Minneapolis PD about George Floyd. And I quote here, he physically resisted officers. Officers were able to get the suspect into handcuffs and noticed that he appeared to be suffering medical distress. Officers called for an ambulance. He was transported to Hennepin County Medical Center by ambulance, where he died a short time later. You're pointing out the similarities. What do you, again, we don't know, the cause of death has not been determined here, but what do you make of that?
Well, it's business as usual in policing, unfortunately. I have the Minneapolis Police Department's press release from George Floyd's death taped to my wall in my office. Because we see these so much, they could almost just cut from the most recent restraint asphyxial death. And none of these reports bear any resemblance to reality, unfortunately.
The interim police chief told CNN that he is troubled by what he saw on that video and that he has his own questions about the incident as the investigation plays out. Have you gotten any update at all from officials in the past few days?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, they gave us a one-time run-through of the first responding officer's body cam video the day before they released it to the public. So they showed it to my partner, Michael Haddad, and I, and our clients. But they have not provided any further information. And in fact, when they showed us the video, they asked us when they released the body cam video to the public, would the family like them to black out Mario's face? And the family said no, because the family is very dedicated to transparency, and they want accountability for Mario's death, and they don't want it being sugar-coated. And the city still blacked it out, which makes it less easy to see Mario's humanity when he's, his face is a blur.
Well, we're going to stay on top of this, and again, if you will convey to the family our condolences, we'd love to have them on to speak with them as well. Thank you, Attorney Sherwin. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's going from courtroom to